Hello everyone. In this session, I'm going to tell you how to activate 30 days free trial license on F5 Big IP. I'll be telling you that what is the default credentials or default configuration you have to do. For example, you have taken a fresh F5 load balancer and there's a no configuration. What will be the default credentials, username and password? What will be the IP address configuration in that? And how basically you can access that GUI. And later on, once I access the GUI, I will tell you that how to activate the trial license. So that what we have received on our email during the activation of the product. So how to activate that on F5 portal that I have covered on the previous videos. You should have watched till now. If not, just go through those videos if you have not already done. So till now, you might have received an email with the activation keys. Okay. So for the simplicity, I have just taken the load balancer, and in order to access that from my machine, I have connected to the PC. Okay. So once I click it here, you can see that I'm able to, I'm getting the localhost login. So there is a no configuration regarding the authentication. It will be you taking the default credentials. So default credentials, let me tell you what they are. So here you will be putting the username as root. So for the CLI, we always use as a root in case of the default one. Like later on, you may create another credentials, but as there is a no configuration, these are the default one. And the password you have to put as a default. Okay, so this is what you are going to do it. So I will just increase the font size a little bit towards 25. This is what we are going to use it here. So I'm going to use root and the password is going to be default. Once I hit enter, it will ask me to reset the password or change my password. So it's asking me to change immediately. So current password, once again, I will put as default. Okay, hit enter. And now it is asking me to put some new password. So I have given it administrator or AADMINI 123. Okay. AADMINI 123. You can give of your choice. Now it is giving you some message that the password for the admin user ID has been changed to match the new password for the root user ID. So let me tell you that whenever we are logging via CLI, we will use the root username, and whenever we will be logging on the GUI of that, we'll be using the admin username, right? So basically what we'll be doing, we will using the, okay, let me control C, and I will use another one. Okay, and put there, this is for the CLI. So I will put enter, and at the top I'm also writing the CLI so that you don't get confused. Okay, and let me make it shorter. It's very big size going to be. And whenever I'm going to use it for the GUI, the username will be admin and the password is going to be whatever I have changed till now. Okay. Otherwise, if you do not change, that will means admin and admin. But right now you see the message that whatever the password I have changed, the same password we use for now after changing. So I would also say that uh, admin it will be like default or the same password for root. This is only applicable till you do not reset the GUI. Okay, so I will tell you just like whatever the password I have set the admin is 123 admin 123 basically. Okay, so I have done. And now let me see that what is the management IP address. So that I can check it here, like if config. So my management IP address is 192.168.137.145. And this IP address we have got from the DHCP of this network. Okay. But because of some restrictions, I cannot access to this IP. Okay. If I try to ping from my machine, then I cannot ping. And this is because of the network adapter setting of the VMware. So let me tell you, run, and I have to show you the my adapter settings. Okay, so in the adapter setting, you will see that here IP address I have, that is in this network. I'm telling you why I will put specific IP address, because if I do not tell you, you configure the lab on your machine and then you will be struggling and asking the questions that okay, why it is not working, or not even asking questions, you will be like totally get demotivated that why it is not working. Okay, so you see that the what subnet I'm using, that's 192.168.30.10. So I have to configure this IP in the same range, 30 dot something, then only I can access it from my machine here. Okay, so that's why I will change this IP address, but the default IP address for this F5, you can check it here, default F5 IP address. That's basically this one, 192.168.1.245. So it means that let's suppose you bought a hardware. Okay. So in that hardware, your this F5 load balancer works as a DHCP server and an IP address will be assigned to your machine. In that case, you will be using this IP address to log on to that firewall. Not firewall, F5 load balancer. Okay. So, but here in this case, we'll simply change this IP address and we are done. Okay. So let me change the mode from the DHCP to static very first. So I will put as a modify. First, I have to go to the TMSH, that TMOS mode. Okay. So now I will modify. So you can write this command if you want, because you may forget, or else you can watch this video once again because it is with you, right? And disabled. Why I'm doing that one? Because right now it is in the DHCP enabled for that interface. And if I want to configure the static IP, I cannot do that if the DHCP is enabled. So first I will disable the DHCP. And now I will modify the IP address. So create system management IP, and now I'm going to assign it 192.168.30.111 slash 24. Okay, enter, and then I will save this configuration using the command save system config. All right, so now my configuration has been saved. Okay, now it's saved, and now if I check my IP address, okay, I have to quit from the TMOS mode, and then I will write once again if config, and now my IP address is 192.168.30.111, and now I will try to ping this IP address from my machine 192.168.30.111. So my ping is very fine. I should be able to access the GUI of it as well. So I will go to my browser and access HTTPS 92.168.30.111. It says that the connection is not private. That's fine. I will accept and continue. Uh, may take a while. Okay, it is saying that it is starting the web server. It will take a while. It says that it approximately takes 1 to 2 minutes. I will wait for that. And once it asks for login, so here on this left side, it will ask me to log in. So let me zoom it a little bit so that you can view it properly. Yeah. So here on this left side, it will give me a form, basically like username and password entering text box. There I will enter it. So that's what it is saying. It's not saying, okay, it's not saying right now, but it will say that one. So we'll just wait for a few minutes, and if required, I will skip this part. Even sometimes, like in the lab, I have seen that it is taking, quite a lot time. So, but don't worry, it will start working after some time. Keep it running till the time it takes it. Okay. So I'll skip that button to save this video or make this video smaller. And then I will come back once it asks me to log in window. Okay. I see the F5 GUI login screen. So here I'll put the username as admin, which is the default user. And the password I will put what I have just changed for the root one, right? So I will put admin 123. That's like I changed for the root. So now after that one, like once we did it, it has been become same. The root and admin password became same once we changed for the root. Okay. And now here the current password, I will just type once again. Like it is asking me to change once again, whatever like I changed for the root that has become for the admin password. Now I have to change that once again for the GUI. So I'm going to put that. Okay. Now I put and I will just save it. So it is saying that password has been changed successfully. And now I will try to log in once again. So here we go. So that's how basically we see the GUI of the F5. You can see the host name at the top as a big IP, and this is my IP address. It shows the current date and time. Okay, so the date is fine. The time is not the correct. I haven't selected the right time zone, so it's not showing in my time zone. That's fine. User is admin, and the role is administrator. That's fine. And the very important thing, it says that the no license exists for this device. The license for this device is not operational. So if you want to see you see only this setup utility, that's it, right? Nothing else is coming after that one. Like you do not have anything inside that one. You can't do any virtual server configuration, any node creation, tool creation, or no functionality at all. So very first thing we have to do, we have to activate the license. So we have already received an email, right? So I will just utilize the same. Whenever we registered on the F5 portal and activated the trial, we got the license from the F5 portal, right? So I will just do the same. 5, and if I do it here, sorry, it was in different account. I just wanted to show you an email that how basically you will receive it. Okay. So that's why I'm just finding out that email and I will present in your screen. Yep. So that's how you will get an email. Let me put it here. Okay. So you see that thank you for ordering our XYZ. And at the bottom, you will see that I have these activation key licenses. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use these key licenses. Okay. So the first one I have already used. The second one, I'm going to use that one. And I think third one also I have used. So only the second one was pending. So I will just try right now. So I will go to activate. Okay. So just on the F5, just click on the activate here. Okay. And now it is saying as the base registration key. So I will just paste that value, whatever I just copied. Okay. Add-on key, if you have any, you can put it. If not, just leave it blank, nothing to do there. Now, for the activation method, it has two ways to activate that license, automatic and the manual. So automatic, it is saying that the requires outbound connectivity. It means that it needs an internet connectivity on the F5. So if you have anyhow this reachability on this F5 to the internet, then you can use that method. But in case you do not have the internet connectivity, which I don't have right now on the F5, so I will go with the manual method. So in case you have automatic, you don't have to do anything, just click next. It will be doing automatically. Right? You don't have to do anything. But main task is in the manual one. So that's like you are getting good learning over there. So how to do in the manual way, right? So just select the manual and click next. So it says that the registration key is invalid. Okay, let me check once again. Oh, okay. I think I selected the wrong one. Let me correct it. Let me open that again. Okay, so this is for the log node. So I have to use this one. I go here once again on the portal back and paste it. Next. Okay, so once I click next, you will get the values like this one. You see that this is a license, general properties. It has a manual method. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to copy this text from here. Okay, there's two ways. Either you can download this file and upload on the license server. Other ways, you can just control A, control C, and then you have to click on this one. So obviously on this machine, you have to have internet access. If you do not have, not to worry, wherever you have, you just download this file, send out over there. Okay, so for example, copy and paste, you don't want to do that one. You can select that and you can download that file. Okay, but here I'm just will copy and paste. And like let's suppose you do not have the internet connectivity on this PC wherever I'm working. F5 you don't have, that's why you are going on the internet. But wherever you have logged on the GUI of that your machine, wherever also you do not have the internet access, then in that case you have to download that file and send to somewhere you can get to the portal. But right now I'm having the access to the internet. So I click here, it will open a new page. That is basically the activation. So this is saying there's a enter your dossier, right? So this is the dossier basically. You see that this is a dossier. So I will just paste it here. All right. And then click next. So if you have downloaded the file, you can click here, choose file, what it was showing before, right? Choose file, and then you might have uploaded there. Right now, I have read agreed terms and condition and next. Now it's saying that download the license. So on one way is you can download the license. Like let's suppose the first way that where you have downloaded the file and you want to send it, that thing you can do. Next thing you can do it here. You can control C and go on the same page and paste the values. Everything. Don't have to skip anything. Whatever is there, you just have to copy everything and put it here. Perfect. So that you can see it here. You see that all these values, whatever is there, you just have to put it there. Based on that, it will activate the license. So I will click next. So big IP system configuration has been changed. The configuration for the device has been updated. Consequently, the features and functionality previously available on the big IP system might have changed. So it's just asking us to wait. You see that what the background is happening. The configuration has not yet loaded. Okay. So now it will like come back once again. It's offline. Basically, it's taking the restart, and then it will come back to us with the licenses. So right now we have this only the setup utility option. But right now, after that one, like it comes back to us, you can see the multiple options available there. All right, continue. Okay, so it is asking certain things like what, how much the CPU it is using, how much disk it will be utilizing for the management, how's the memory, right? So everything is there, and it is also like asking you whatever you want to change these values, you can change according to your requirement. For example, for certain applications or certain modules you want to allocate different memories, you can do from here. So for example, I can just want to do modify this one, right? So you can see that what is the memory, what is there. This nominal is selected right now, but if you want to like dedicated some values, you can do that. Okay, or if you want to minimum something, you can allocate if you want to change. But in the lab setup, I do not encourage you to change anything. Just let's go with the default values. Okay, and in the real environment also we do not modify because the whatever the default values are coming, they're like quite sufficient. But in case you have load on certain modules. For example, the DNS, you are having the more GTM traffic, like you have like more requirements. In that case, you can modify and allocate more resources over there. Same as like for I rules. Like for example, you have created more I rules, so you allocate more values, right? So as of now, just leave it as it is and click on next. Provisioning may restart daemons, which you okay. That's okay. I just selected nominal, I think, right? So I will click as none. Okay, and say next. So that's fine. And now it is saying the device certificates. Right now, I do not want to import or export. Leave them as it is. Next. Okay. So it is telling you about the platform that what is my IP. So my IP is this 192.168.30.111, which you see it here at the top as well, right? And remaining everything, let them as it is. Like if you want to come back here in the future, you can do under this setup utility platform modify. But as of now, let them as it is. It's just like view purpose only. Okay, next. Some fields are below contains error, post name. Okay, so I will just like pick this as big IP LV. Okay, now let's introduce underscore. And it is asking to change the password for the root account. So that the first CLI login basically we did, right? So I will just change that one. So ultimately, we have changed all the values. So we changed the root password first, and then here in the GUI, it asked me to change the GUI password. Now again, it is asking to change the root password. So ultimately, we changed the both the passwords. Must be fully qualified domain name. Okay. So I will give the name as my load balancer. All right. And next. Still not happy with that one? Okay, no problem. I will give a AU test dot, basically dot test dot local. Okay, so now it is completely fully qualified domain name. So it is basically like asking something like .com, right? So I will give like this. So right now I'm the domain of test dot local. So it has taken now, and I will click on finished. So now you see this all these options. Now we are fully licensed and we are happy to work on these ones. So that was the purpose of this video, that how to license our F5 big IP and how we can use it, right? So right now you can go to this local traffic, you can go to this virtual servers, you can create a new virtual server based on the different IPs, but I'm sure you might not be aware of these things. So we'll come back slowly and explaining each and everything, and then we will proceed further. All right. So I'm stopping here. Meanwhile, let me explain you that this is my website, freshdeveloper.online. Here you can get all the videos under the F5 LTM. So if I click it here, you can see that I have uploaded the session 1, 2, and 3. So this is going to be the trial license part 3, or I will just activate the license only. I will get the name and upload it here. All right. And nothing else. And you can also follow me on the LinkedIn. This is my page, or you can also get at the bottom, I think. Okay, you do not have. So where can you find me? I think on the home page, or it's still not there. Oh, here also you do not have. So I will just add these links at the bottom. Anyways, like my URL for this LinkedIn, I will just mention in the description. You can follow me. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm stopping here. Thanks for choosing with me. And these are for the live classes. If any of you might be interested in Palo Alto or FortiGate, then you can enroll for that one. I'm running only for the classes for the Palo Alto and the FortiGate. So if you're interested, you can join that one. Obviously, those are not free. You have to pay a little bit for that one. You can click here and explore further what are the content I'm going to cover and the price of that one. All right, guys, I'm stopping here. See you soon in the next video. Till that, bye bye.